It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast.
Hey. How's it going?
I do it all the time. I overextend myself.
I know. Yeah. Straight from the book fair, she says.
Yes, because I volunteered. Yeah. Why not? Let's just.
How's the book fair?
It was fun. I actually really, honestly, if I could have it my way, I would be a professional volunteer.
Really?
I love volunteering for stuff, and I hate working.
Huh.
So, if anybody wants to support me in this, like I'll volunteer on your behalf. Like you pay me, I'll volunteer on your behalf. Maybe that's it. Maybe I can be a professional volunteer.
A professional volunteer? Yeah. Just call Heather. She'll show up at the book fair. She'll show up at the PTO meeting.
I mean, because I really love it. I really, really love it. And I just don't have enough time. Like I would love to volunteer more in his class, in Baker's classroom, but I can't because there's just too much going on. But I also need a job.
Well, yeah, there's that. Yeah. So you're not going to be like classroom mom?
No. I don't have that kind of dedication unless, somebody would like to pay me, and then I will be classroom mom, and I will even use your name if you'd like.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like I am Vera's classroom mom standing in for her.
Yep. I am Vera's substitute classroom mom.
So you could be international. We could get you one of those robots, with the screen on it,
No, I'm willing to travel.
Okay. I was going to say, well, you could FaceTime you.
No, I'm willing to travel. Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do that. Let's make it happen.
Love it.
So on the school issue, on the school topic, we're going to talk today about how freaking expensive, and they're always like getting you for something.
Yes. Well, it was interesting to me that you brought this up because my friend's son, first of all, my sister. So after I just bought a bunch of like kitchen utensils because I didn't want to buy chocolate or gift wrap from my niece for her chorus trip or whatever it was, then I get an email from my friend for her son. And so I clicked on it. I was like, okay, well, I did this for my niece. I need it. And I'm pretty broke right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so I clicked on it. I was like, I don't have the time to filter through all this. And B, I really don't have the money. And, I don't have the other $50 to spend on somebody else's kid because I'm spending it all on my kid right now. That's a whole nother story. But no offense.
And it's needed.
But,
yeah,
right.
It's not like you're just like, oh, I'm going to buy him a new Xbox, or not that there's anything wrong with doing those things.
For all these healthcare bills and stuff which we've talked about in previous episodes. So, anyways, now I'm apparently on this email list. So I keep getting emails saying,
unsubscribe.
Oh God, yes, I need to unsubscribe. I literally just looked at one before we started recording that says, don't forget, Jack needs blah, blah, blah to get the next prize, and, trying to guilt me into paying for this. And I'm like, Argh. And I'm like, so I'm very annoyed. But of course, I want to help my friend's son, but it's just kind of like, another thing to get out of my face.
Yeah. I mean, there's, so I thought, oh man, and I've heard this rumor about once you get, kids in elementary, whatever, school age kids are expensive. And I was like, coming off daycare, no way.
Yeah.
Yes way. Because you have extracurricular, I can't say that today, extracurricular activities. And then you have pictures, and then you have the Scholastic Book Fair that I just came from. And then you have, I think they're doing a butter braid thing. And then they did what else did they do? Oh, buy your kids artwork and, and they frame it or something, or you can make cups out of it. And I was like, okay, I'm like, and we're picking and choosing. We're like, we don't need this, right? Okay, great. Done.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea. And I told Brad, I was like, if like his artwork was a little bit more advanced, like he wasn't in kindergarten, like second grade, maybe I would do that just because like right now,
second grade art is worth it. This
well, no, just
shit.
because right now it's just like, it's like his handprint on like some painted paper. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
So, and we're trying, the pictures that we got are very limited because we had to get it because it's his first school pictures, right? He's in kindergarten now. And so we have to get those pictures, but like end of the year pictures, probably not going to get those.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Do they have them? I'm assuming they do. I think they do. But, we just have to pick and choose on what we're doing. I sent out an email or text to everybody in our family. I was like, hey, can you donate to Baker's book e-wallet? Because they have an e-wallet now where you can send it out and get money from everybody. And like, what a racket. Let me tell you. I mean, like smart business plan, right? With Scholastic. So we sent it out and I was going to say, can you donate $1 or $2? But I didn't want everybody to feel obligated. And I felt like saying $1 or $2 would be an obligation, right? Like, oh, now Heather wants me to donate $1 or $2. So I just, if you want to donate to this thing. So I just kind of left it open.
Yeah.
And when they click on it, it's like suggested donation, $30.
Good God, man. Yep.
I know. I was like, I'm sorry. What? And I didn't know this. Otherwise, I definitely would have put the $1 or $2. And so the kid winds up with like over $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of wanted him to, I really wanted him to have only like $20 in there so that he would pick out books and be like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't, so he understood like the concept of money and, that you have a fixed amount and you stay within this fixed amount. And I really wanted that I really wanted him to have that. But, and it's not their fault, right? Thank you so much, family, for being amazing and contributing. Totally not poo-pooing that. But Scholastic being like, suggested donation, $30. Like, that's insanity.
I know. It's not, like I said, the stuff, for my niece and my friend's kid, it's like $50. You're into it for $50, but next thing you know, and you're like, and knowing like the wrapping paper things are coming out, and I just want to, I don't know, I need to figure out how to tell Baker that he doesn't have to do it. Like, we don't have to do it. You don't have to keep up with the next person. And like, how do we get that across to him without, because it's gonna be a thing, right? Where, well, Billy has blah blah blah, and Jamie has blah blah. Like, I don't know. And I remember that when I was little, and I'd bring that stuff home, and I wanted all the prizes, and of course the school pushes it,
Oh my gosh!
And my parents were like, "No, we're not doing that." I was like, "But so and so's mom brings it to her office, and she gets people from the office to order. How come you can't do that?" And my parents were like, "Nope." Yep. Now, of course, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad was like a college professor, and he's like, "I'm not doing that. No, sorry."
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
Throw it away.
And I don't want to do that. Have you seen the slips that was like, "Do you want to donate time? Do you want to donate your money, or whatever? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Volunteer, blah blah blah, or just how much do you want for me to take this away?"
Well, they
I like that option.
Yeah, they did at Lucas's school. I can't remember if it was elementary or middle school. One of them did basically send something out that said, we're not going to do the whole wrapping paper. We're not going to do, we're not going to subject you to any of that this year. Just if you can make a donation, that would be cool. Yeah. Anything's fine. So I wrote a check for $20. I was like, here you go. And that was great. It was perfect. That's all you needed to do. And it took the pressure off. I don't like those little fundraiser things because, like you said, it makes the kid, because I remember I felt bad, other kids. And then on the day that they distribute all the quote unquote prizes and stuff, I'd be like, nothing,
Yeah. I feel like I don't remember us doing a lot of fundraising in my school. I mean, granted, I went to private school, so that looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, oh, look at me. I went to certainly not the case. The private schools we went to were not a lot of money per year, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's because we went to private school that we didn't have a lot of fundraisers, but I remember a couple, like Jerry, who's that Jerry person that has he did, it was a math one. I ran through that book because I'm so good at math. It's somebody, he's a children's thing, and his name's Jerry. He's like a comedian, I feel like. Anyways, he's old. He's old. Okay. Anyway, so I did that one as a kid, and then a couple other ones. But even when I taught, I don't remember having a lot of fundraisers. I mean, I taught at a Title I school, so that we didn't have money to begin with. So I don't know that they were like, these families can't afford this, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the next school, I feel like we had one fundraiser, and that was it. And then we had the Scholastic Book Fair. So, the school that we're at now, same district that I was taught in, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like, oh, we want this and this. And I get it. But at the same time, it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
big
expensive.
Time.
And how do you how do you have that conversation with your kid? Like, you don't need to keep up with other people. You're fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember I think, honestly, that's basically what my parents said. They were like, no. And so what if other people are doing it? You don't need to. Mm-hmm. That was the end of it. Okay. Period. Yeah. So I guess, I mean, I still felt disappointed and left out, like, FOMO.
And do you feel like that's affected you as a big adult now?
As a big girl? You know what? Generally I do kind of have an attitude where it's like, and I've said this before, I don't need a fancy purse. I don't need a $10,000 purse. I want $100 purse with $9,900 in it. Yeah. So whereas some people will, spend the money on the Louis Vuittons and all that, which is, it's fine if that's what you want.
Yeah. But
I do, and I don't know, I guess it must be the result of the way I was raised, because my parents were very big on, they're like, why would you wear, I'm going to age myself, why would you need a Sasson t-shirt? You're paying to advertise them. And so to this day, even Luke, I refuse to buy things that have a name brand on them, except for Hollister, because his middle name's Hollis. So that's the only thing I'll buy that has a name brand on it for him, because otherwise,
do they still exist?
Hollister?
Yeah.
I think so.
I have no idea.
I haven't been to the mall in a long time.
Me neither. That's not my brand. It came after me, and I just didn't care.
Yeah. It was post Abercrombie.
Same brand though, same parent company.
Same kind of, yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I refuse to wear anything that advertises a brand. And I don't, it doesn't matter to me if I don't have what other people have. So maybe that is a result of my parents refusing to subject themselves to the fundraising, school fundraisers. I don't know. I mean, or they're just general. I mean, I remember that too, even with Cabbage Patch Kids. Everybody had a Cabbage Patch Kid, and I wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid. And my parents were like, they're ugly. You had one.
I also went to Babyland General.
Oh, you're so fancy. Uh-huh. So, yeah. So my parents were like, everybody has one, but have you looked at them? They're ugly. And I was like, but everybody has one, and they have a name, and their butts are signed, and their butts are signed. So yeah, never had a Cabbage Patch Kid. Yeah.
Oh, you poor me. Soul. Do you want me to buy you one? I have a couple actually. Do you know what? There are also the Kusas that go with them. They're like little animals. Kusa. No, but not many people know about them, but they're the little animals for the Cabbage Patches. Anywho, yeah, I feel like I'm the same. Like Brad will buy like all this expensive, like fancy stuff and name brand. And it's because I think it's good stuff. So it's not like, it's like spider gear and I don't know. Like nice shoes and stuff like that, but it's not because of brands. I mean, it is because of the brand
good
name.
Quality. Yeah. No, I'm for spending money on something that's quality, regardless.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like, what's the cheapest thing I can buy? If it's awful, okay, I don't care. Actually, no, that's not true. I've decided recently, I was like, I'm just spending money on things that like are going to be worth it. Like I bought a Calvin Klein dress, which I would never have bought before. But they fit good. It's good quality. It's like heavy weighted material. You're like, when you walk in it, you're, yeah. And it has pockets. So,
dresses with pockets.
Yeah.
Dresses with pockets.
My cousin doesn't like those. What a weirdo, right?
Yeah.
He gets them sewn up. Like she will, I'm like, you're weird. Yeah. So so basically our thing is don't keep up with the Joneses, and you can say no. And we are at the point where we are saying no.
Good. Well,
but it's easy right now because he doesn't really, he's like a, bobblehead. Like,
yeah.
So he doesn't really know. The biggest thing in his life is everybody's going to the park. Can we go?
Aw.
In most days, it's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. No, I know. But like, that's his world right now.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's totally fine. I'm like, yeah, we can go to the park, buddy. But then some days, like, I'm like, no, we are not going to the park. It's too hot, too cold, too windy. I'm too tired, whatever it is. Then mommy has to go potty.
Yeah.
And there's a potty there, but pass.
Yeah, my park potty. No, thank you.
That is something I will. Those and porta potties, I will turn my nose up every time. I would rather pee myself.
Oh yes.
Anyways,
Luke. But Luke. I mean, I never did those fundraisers either. Come to think of it, although we didn't have a whole lot, and Luke didn't really seem to care that much, actually. So it was pretty easy with him. He just, he's like, whatever.
Yeah. I think Brad is going to be more. Brad's like, God, I love him, but man, he is really, most of the things we get for Baker are really for him, I feel like. But I think it might be hard to reel him in. Like, but he wants Baker to have everything. I'm like, he needs some disappointment in his life every now and again.
Yes. You need to learn to deal with disappointment for sure.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I want him to only have like $20 so that he can save up his money or bring in his money from home or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's okay. We'll teach him that lesson later.
At
another time. At another time, I'll devastate him. People are like, man, she's mean to her kid. I promise you're not. Promise. Yeah. So tell us how you have dealt with breaking the news to your kid that they're not going to get everything. Yeah. I mean, because I don't want to crush his soul, but I definitely want a learning lesson of, we have money and we work within the money we have. And I don't want him to have a scarcity mindset because I definitely have that. I'm trying to work out of that, but I definitely want him to understand that there is an abundance out there, but right now what you got in your pocket is what you got in your pocket.
Right. Exactly.
So you can either figure out how to get more legally or you can just deal with what you can afford. Those are your choices.
Legally. Speaking of getting stuff too, by the way, Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah. I was going to say that instead of your Louis Vuitton bag, you can get it. I can't.
That's right. Screw the Louis Vuitton bag.
Yes.
You can get an I Can't Mom Today
and then stuff that cash in there.
Or laptop case or mug.
I got that.
For yourself or someone you love or magnet or sticker. Yes. So you go to TeePublic and I'll again post it in the show notes so that
and they're always having sales too.
They are. Yeah. It's
they're
not
like the
expensive.
Ross of swag.
And they're really
Max,
cute.
whatever you're
the really cute. I love the baseball t-shirts. I just wore mine the other day. It's so cute.
I gotta find mine. I don't know where mine is.
Yeah, no, love mine. So yeah, check it out. If you go to TeePublic and do a search, I Can't Mom Today. It's there, but also I'll also put the link so you can click it in the show notes. And on our Facebook page, our Facebook group, if you haven't already joined, make sure you join so that you can get access to all that stuff as well.
Yes. And then we have the what are the towels? They're not towels. They're Ultimate Cloth. I don't know why I was spacing on that because I legitimately use them all the time.
Yes, they're nice. If you want to try to avoid using chemicals when you clean, the Ultimate Cloth is awesome because you just wet it. And then, of course, you can throw it in the washing machine. Don't use dryer sheets or anything. When you dry them. But those are great too if you're trying to avoid using chemicals. And according to Heather, very good at cleaning air conditioning vents.
Yes, and mirrors. Yes. And I just got this stainless steel water filtration system. So now I'm super excited about using it on that because I didn't really have stainless steel.
Yeah. Oh yes, it works really well on stainless steel as well. So yeah, we'll have to post the link to the Ultimate Cloth too, so you can pick that up or perhaps gift one to somebody you love. Yeah,
and I even bought more. Like we were gifted a little bit from them, and then I went and bought more because I was like, this is not enough. I need more.
I need more ultimate cloth in my life.
Yeah. You better believe it, Missy. All right. Until next time, hit up our group and or you can email us or get in touch with us on all the socials. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.